Yo, let's go. It's your boy Trevor David Jones. Back up at it. You know I'm back in the mix. Ain't nothing changed. We out here. Okay, before I was in Monterrey, Mexico, but I've relocated. I'm moving my way down the mountain line. I'm out here in Mexico City. Some would say Flexico City. Just doing it big, man. Enjoying this mountain air because, as you might all be aware, or if you're not, Mexico City is essentially on top of a mountain, so a lot of clarity going on out here. Some real talk. And yo, you know what we're here for. This is She-Hulk episode 3, the review, and they even rep She-Hulk out here in Mexico. That's pretty crazy, right? So without further ado, you know, the wait is over, as some might say. Let's get it. Okay, the positives. So the episode begins and it has like this little news smash cut of She-Hulk, and they cut to the one kid saying, I don't know about y'all, but I'd smash. Come on, man. I almost put that on the room for improvement, but it was just so funny. But it was like, he was like 12. He was like, yo, I get it. Yeah, they the only reason it's on here is because it was funny, because they almost took it too far with that. But moving on. Okay, so when they cut to the lawyer in there in the lawyer room when they're working on the case, they had that one little cut and he's like, what kind of office doesn't have Red Bull? Bro, I almost like spit my coffee out on that. That was hilarious. Like, that was a genuinely funny line, and it's under the track, so you gotta listen for it. Just hilarious. Okay, so skipping forward just a little bit, Wong shows up. Wong was the shining light of this episode, period. Benedict Wong, the actor, the character Benedict Wong, I mean, he was just great. He was just great. I love it when he was talking to Jennifer Walters and he explains his case. He just gets up. He's like, oh, do I need to do anything else? It's a law proceeding. Like, there's a little back and forth, but he's like, yo, I'm done here. And of course, you know, famously, when they're actually in the room with Abomination and all the parole hearers, he like states his case and they're like, yo, you actually submitted to committing a crime. And he's like, I gotta go. And just like, top tier comedy. The actor, again, Benedict Wong, the character Wong, a great presence in this episode. Just awesome, man. Yo, shout out Wong, and I'm glad he was there. Okay, so skipping forward a little bit to the trial, Megan Thee Stallion, H-Town's very own, was actually at the trial, like in the audience, right there sitting down. I had to stand up on that. That was a great part. That was a great part. But I'm gonna get more into the Megan Thee Stallion cameo in a second. Okay, so toward the end of the episode, Jennifer Walters is going on, and she's walking alone at night as the Hulk, and encounters the comic book readers will know as the Wrecking Crew. So they try and pull up on her. Obviously, it's just impossible. And that scene was enjoyable for me because it showed Jennifer Walters' invulnerability. Like, they hit her with like weapons, some sort of energy charged weapons, and I mean, she didn't even move. Like didn't even move. I love that. Love seeing the powers, man. Great stuff. So they show what level she's on, which is very high. She's a derivative of the Hulk. So, I mean, she's not up there with Bruce per se, but don't get it twisted. You cannot run up on She-Hulk. So there we go. I'm glad they showed that. And the point of them being there was to try and get her blood, which again is smart because it's like, okay, people are like, how can we replicate this or get on this? Because, hey, man, it's a Hulk. Who wouldn't want to be a Hulk? You're swole, you're green, you're doing it big. I mean, what's wrong with that? You're doing it big. But getting the Hulk's blood is nigh near impossible. It's almost something you can't do. So, you know, they show what they were after, but they couldn't do it. So we're getting a little bit more into the motivations of some characters in this series. So, and then that zooms forward a bit to the final scene of the episode, which in my opinion was the best scene because it showed some emotion, where she classed them, obviously with no effort, and looks into the mirror, the car mirror, and sees her visage, her being, and she's like, it's starting to dawn on her, oh, like, I'm a superhero. Specifically, I'm a Hulk. So that was good. Like, just the expression on her face was really well done. And I mentioned that in episode 2, like I said that. One of the best parts about this whole series are Tatiana Maslany's, her expressions, like her facial expressions are really good. They really add to the episode, and it did this again. That final scene was great. Now, I'm gonna touch more about, let's talk about Megan Thee Stallion for a little bit. That was, the best part of the episode was anything with Wong, okay? But Megan Thee Stallion, those parts, don't get it twisted. It was good. I mean, she showed up, did her thing, they did a little illusion, and this show, and really most shows in modern times, have been trying to hit into like Gen Z culture with the slang and all that. So, you know, it pulled in a very modern cameo, but it didn't seem whack. It wasn't forced. Man, it was good. It was actually good. And I appreciate her presence. She had the comedy. And we're going to get more into the post-credits in a second. We're going to get into that in a second. Okay, so now we got the positives out the way. Bless you. Now on to the room for improvement. Okay. This show has some room for improvement. Starting with the line that was delivered very early in the episode, but really had the capacity to almost destroy the entire show. And I hate to say that, it's got a lot of episodes, but when Tatiana Maslany, when the She-Hulk, looks into the camera and says, "Just don't forget whose show this is." Come on, man. They took it too far with that. Your name's in the title. We know whose show it is. It was just, they didn't need to do that. And I'm going to keep watching this show. Obviously, it's Marvel. I love it. She-Hulk's a great character, in my opinion. I mean, obviously, the Hulk is probably my favorite Marvel superhero. He might be my favorite. But, you know, I love She-Hulk, especially in the comics. But that line, man, that was rough. They didn't need to do that, but they did. So, what are you going to say? Another room for improvement. I know she's like actually a part of the show when she's kind of supposed to be this way, but her friend, that best friend is trouble. Like, she's an issue. Like, she's gonna mess around and get Jennifer in trouble. Like, I know that she's kind of supposed to be that way, but that friend in and of herself is a room for improvement. Oh man, number three, the third room for improvement. Okay, this was the first episode, I think, of any Marvel show that had an A story and a B story, okay? Where they have a main story, but like a comedic understory where they're working other stuff out. In this case, it was that lawyer's, you know, little scenario with the Megan Thee Stallion look-alike. I don't know what they're doing with the show. I really don't, okay? The term for that is called an opera buffa, all right? It's a term that actually derives from the opera, where they would have a serious opera and like literally a funny one that would like distract from the emotional tone of the main one, and it would run alongside or between the main opera. This is dating back to like the 1800s, if not earlier, and it's a technique that you've seen in every single sitcom you've ever seen, but you probably just don't know where it's from. It comes from the opera, where they had that main story and like a funny side story to detract from the emotional weight of the main story. If you go back and see any sitcom now, any show, you will not be able to unsee this idea, because it's like a part of modern media, but people just don't know where it comes from. Every Marvel show has just had a storyline. It's had a story that they were telling, almost like a movie, you know, kind of split into multiple parts, and it's gone straight forward, shown you the characters, done its thing, and you know, you get to witness the whole story. This show actually had an opera buffa, like a B story. Come on, man. Y'all took it too far. Y'all done took it way too far. Yeah, it's a serious room for improvement. Moving on. Okay, I know it's kind of like funny, or they're trying to, you know, say something, make her have a story, but Jennifer Walters like denying the Hulk, and she's kind of working her way into it. Like at the end of the episode, she looks into the mirror and, you know, sees herself. She's working her way into it, but like denying the Hulk, it's making her seem like a little, it's taking away from her character a little bit. Making her seem like she's kind of like a little loopy. Like not, like she ain't seeing what's going on. Come on, man. You're like 7, 8 feet tall. I'm getting worked up. I'm getting hulked up, some might say. The reporter in that interview really spoke for us all, for the audience, when he was like, oh yeah, you know, you're the She-Hulk, you were working with the Abomination, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, my name is Jennifer Walters and his name is Emil Blonsky. And he was like, okay. Like, that's how we all feel. Stop! You are a Hulk. And I know it was kind of cute at first, but it's like, okay, so that's another room for improvement. Let's keep it going. All right, and that's really it. Those are my rooms for improvement. Some pretty strong ones. That comment at the beginning of the episode, come on now, Jennifer. You can do better than this. You can do better than this. Her friend, and yeah, her like denying of the Hulk. Crazy. Also the opera buffa, the B story. Okay, now onto the post-credits. Okay, I'm dead serious when I say this. I'm not even playing. This is one of the best Marvel post-credit scenes of any property. And you'll probably think I'm exaggerating, like think I'm playing. No, it was that good. It was jovial, it was lighthearted, it was fun. Who knew Megan Thee Stallion could act? It was great. Like, it was really good. When the lawyer, the head lawyer shows up and he's looking and he's like, oh, don't want to be no part of that, and like walks out. Every part of it was good. Signing the contracts, of course, the last little comment, you know, obviously that was super funny. It was good, man. I'm putting it up there easily with like Winter Soldier having his arm cinched up and the arm thing at the end of Thor 2. The Adam Warlock reveal, man, like it was a really good post-credit scene, and it shows that Marvel hasn't lost that heart. So that was actually good. I really appreciated that. And now for the rating, the almighty rating. This episode gets a 2 out of 5. Yeah, this show, it's got some issues. This episode had some great moments though. Wong, any scene with him on camera, like just there, was great. Not just okay, but great. Wong, one of the best MCU characters. I'm dead serious. Benedict Wong's got the acting ability, just legit, just awesome. Seeing the She-Hulk's powers when she fought Homeboy at the end, or Homeboys, that was great. Got to see her invulnerability. Emil Blonsky, the Abomination, Tim Roth, that dude's hilarious. It just had some great moments. Even the lawyer friend, the silly guy, he's got some serious Jeremy Jam vibes going on, like legit. I would not put him quite on the level of Jeremy Jam. Jeremy Jam's a legend. Just crazy. But he's funny. But this show also has some serious issues. That opening comment, just make sure you remember whose show this is. Come on, Jen. Your name's in the title. We know it's you. We got you. We got you. We know it's you. The friend, the A and B story, the opera buffa. Yo, what? She's starting to come around to accepting the Hulk, but like denying that she even like is a Hulk. Bruce tried to put her on game in episode 1. He was like, yo, you got that green blood in your veins now. You got the green genes. You can come out here and be a superhero now. You ain't got to worry about being a lawyer no more. It's a wrap. You're the Hulk. She was denying it, you know, at that time. That was in the first episode. So she's going in this like circuitous path just to see what's literally right in front of her. Okay. This episode gets a 2 out of 5. I'm going to throw in another hot take. Okay. This really pains me to say this is the worst Marvel show. It is. And I mean, obviously it's got moments. It's got the acting, it's got the powers, but like this is an A and a B story, an opera buffa. Come on now. I feel they have 3 episodes to turn it around, but man, we got Black Panther coming up. I'm ready for that. You know, I will never lose faith. Don't get it twisted, but this is easily out of like this will be the 6th Marvel show. At this time of recording this, it ranks number 6. Pretty much with no question. Moving on. Okay, and that'll do it. Y'all know what it is. Y'all see me out here in Mexico enjoying this mountain air, doing it big, just chilling, man, living life and recording videos the way it's supposed to happen, the way it's supposed to go down. Coming up very here in the near future, we have Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Again, that'll be out before anyone realizes it, so I'm super excited for that. Very stoked. You know my channel, I got the reactions on various trailers, all sorts of things. Check out my Twitch, streaming Destiny, doing it big over there too. Just having fun, man, living life. So yes, be ready for this upcoming week, the next She-Hulk review. We'll see how they take this show, you know, see what they do with it. But that's it, man. Y'all know how I do. Y'all know what I'm about. We doing it big. Stay up. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Peace.